Is it possible to win a Super Bowl by only drafting 7th round picks? This might just be the hardest challenge my dumb brain has ever thought of. Now you'll notice in this first draft that we have quite a few extra 7th round picks. That's because we're starting this challenge with literally 0 players in our entire roster. So the goal of our next 3 drafts will be to simply fill up our roster with all of our extra picks. Then after that, we're only allowed 5 7th round picks per draft. Now the question, boys, like where do I even start? Like quarterback is going to be impossible to hit on today. Like I highly doubt we get a quarterback over 70 rated in today's video. Now, the only one we have scouted that actually isn't a projected undrafted free agent is Dakota Stein here. I mean, he's a day 3 talent, so he's probably not good, but we got to have a quarterback for next season. We got to. He's probably our best bet, but I don't think he'll be drafted too soon. He might just go undrafted. So I think the first thing I need to do is like just scour the entire draft board and see if I can find any player that I feel like is an absolute must-take here before somebody else gets the opportunity to take him. Now, defensive tackle is absolutely one of those positions that you typically see some really good players fall all the way to the 7th round. And this guy off the get-go looks like a gem. Landon Ferguson out of Oregon, 6'3", 350 nose tackle. He had an incredible combine, and look at his skills. B awareness, everything's B except hip power, dude. So I feel like we're about to get ourselves an absolute banger to start off today's video. Now, if he is a stud, don't assume this is how the entire video is going to go. Just defensive tackle and guard are like really easy to draft late. But I did want to start the video off with good vibes. Landon Ferguson here is hopefully a top dog player. What's Goodell doing out here grinding in the 7th round, dude? That's just so unnecessary. Go home. All right, come on, Landon. Don't let me down. What a start, boys! We might not be able to replicate it the rest of the video, but we just landed ourselves a first-round talent with our first pick of the 7th round. 28 in true value, hidden development, 92 strength. I had an idea this guy was going to be a stud, but I didn't really think he was going to be a first-round talent. Let's go, Landon! Now, the unfortunate thing is here, I don't pick for another 5 selections, so I really hope that quarterback doesn't get taken, which I don't think he did. Now, the thing is, I do have the next 8 picks, so I don't have to be, like, too selective here. I don't have to worry about anybody I really want, like, getting taken. So I do think I'm going to go ahead and just take that quarterback, just get it out the way. Dakota Stein, he's got to be the best quarterback left in the draft. I mean, he's not going to be good. I'm telling you guys right now, he's going to be probably, like, not even in the top 300. Goodell, go home, man. Okay, to be completely fair, you really couldn't have scripted it much better. We got the 197th best player in the draft at pick 197. Thing is, though, only comes in with normal development. There's just no hidden depth quarterbacks left in 7th round. 94 throw power, though. I guess we can work with this. Just don't know, though, if I see a Super Bowl in Dakota Stein's future. Now, to make the rules clear, every player that we draft today is stuck with us until either A, they retire, or B, we win a Super Bowl. Poor guy. So to my surprise, I think I actually found myself a half-decent receiver here. Marco Andrews. He's unfortunately just going to be normal dev. I hate that I know that workaround now, but what am I supposed to do? But I think he's going to be a half-decent overall. I mean, he's pretty fast, had a really good combine, best 3-cone drill, be deep route running, good run blocker, good catching. I mean, nobody else we're going to draft today is going to be like a first-round draft pick, but like maybe he's going to be half-decent. Comes in 79 in true value, landed him at 198. Very good value pick, but does come in with normal development. Hold on a minute. On the flip side, Clark Buchanan here is going to be a hidden development player. Not too big though, 5'11", 200 pounds, and he's pretty fast. I mean, obviously we need multiple receivers, so Clark, I think, is going to possibly be the only half-decent receiver left that has hidden development. He's going to come in 114 in true value, hidden dev, not bad at all. I might as well go ahead and double up a defensive tackle. At the same time, it's not against the rules for me to draft like 10 defensive tackles and convert their positions if I needed to. It's all about doing whatever it takes to only draft 7th round picks and win a Super Bowl. He's going to be normal dev, unfortunately, too, but he looks like a freaking stud. 39 reps of the bench press while also running a sub 540 is insane at the defensive tackle position. Look at that, dude. He's going to be incredible. Tavares Hales is going to come in as the 38th best player, landed him at 200. Normal dev, which isn't great, but at 6'6", 353, and 94 strength, this guy is gonna be a monster. Okay, this Kyle Jefferson guy actually looks kind of nasty. He's 6'3", 202 at cornerback. Disciplined player, so he can come in hidden development. 8 catching, B-man coverage. His press and zone kind of suck, but it looks like it'll be a decent man corner for us. I mean, this combine was incredible. 6'3", being able to jump like that is actually insane. So I'm gonna take a shot on him. And Khalid Jefferson is going to come in 102 in true value. Got him at 201. Hidden Dev, that again, my boys, is a massive, massive dub. Stop what you're doing, fellas, because your next big hit might just be one click away, as today's sponsor, Arena Club, has turned the entire trading card grind into instant fun. No boxes to hunt down, no grading waiting times, and most importantly, no headaches. Just real graded cards delivered straight from digital to your door. What I like about Arena Club is you can open up their digital slab packs starting at just $25, and inside those slab packs are real graded cards, including grails, worth 20 times the pack price. And for all Arena Club slab packs, you can actually see what's in the pack and their pull rates before you buy. So no mystery nonsense. You reveal the slab pack, it reveals instantly, and that slab is yours. And the moment you rip your pack, Arena Club will even offer you cash for your card at its fair market value. So you got the option to hold it, flex it, auction it, or simply take the offer right then and there. You know what? Let me rip one of these silver football packs. Come on, give me something big here. Is it Mahomes? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of a sick card. Die cut green and yellow prism. Okay, dude, that's a dub. Not to mention, Arena Club drops some pretty insane specialty packs all week long. Charizard only packs, legendary grail packs, case hit only packs, and more. And every one of these specialty drops lasts 48 hours or until inventory's gone, whichever happens first. So make sure you have Arena Club's notifications on, or you might just miss something crazy. And right now, you can get 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase when you go to arenaclub.com/RBT and by using code RBT. Again, that's 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase when you use code RBT at arenaclub.com/RBT. Now, I do obviously need a running back, but there's not really anybody that really jumps out to me, unfortunately. Jordan Smiley looks like the best bet here, dude. I mean, he ran a sub 440. He was one of the strongest as well. So, I mean, he might have had the best overall combine, but the problem is his skills suck. There's just nothing good here. There's nothing that looks good at all. Let's see, though, brother. Let's see if Jordan Smiley will make me smile. He's going to come in 104 in true value. Hidden development too. Okay, brother, we absolutely can work with this. Now, we do need an edge rusher, and Kevin Goodson here, he's not good at all. Does have hidden dev, though, which I guess is better than nothing. He actually had an insane combine, but his skills just aren't good, though. But maybe he can develop, though. Kevin Goodson's going to come in as, I guess, a good pick. Hidden Dev coming in with 78 speed and 87 acceleration at 6'6", 260. I mean, that's a good player. I do have to be careful here, unfortunately, because the Falcons do pick right after me, so I gotta make sure there's not anybody that completely stands out. Look at this Sam linebacker, which is actually some decent options. Got Benjamin here, has a lot of things written about him. The fastest in the draft, one of the strongest. All the ratings look pretty good. It's either him or this Dell Hall guy. Do you guess if I like them both? I could actually draft them both and convert one maybe to will linebacker because there's just some positions that have nobody worth drafting at all. I think I'm going to take Ben here. Come on, Benjamin, do not let me down. Goodell's still out here grinding for you, man. Does not want to go home to his wife. He's announcing the 147th best player at pick 204. Does have hidden dev, dude, so I feel like that is a massive pick. I mean, 86 speed at 6'3", 240 is kind of nasty. All right, let's see what the Falcons do here. They go with what are the odds, brother? Are any of these tight ends worth taking? Bradley Webster here. Hold on a second. 4.62 40-yard dash. He's the fastest tight end with some good B's in there. I mean, who else am I going to take at this point? Bradley Webster. Going to be the selection. Coming in 166 with hidden development. All right, now what do the Steelers do here? They go right end, which I kind of was looking at the Mick Windsor guy, unfortunately. But I guess we'll just have to find somebody else. Telling you guys right now, these safeties are absolutely terrible. I wonder if it's actually better to take a bunch of cornerbacks and just convert them to safety, because cornerback's always a lot deeper than strong safety. Wait, I might actually take another good defensive tackle here. Go ahead and grab me 3. I mean, again, he had an insane combine. His skills look incredible. And again, I can convert some of these positions around. Eric Carey, I believe, is going to be the best player in the draft at this point. 80 in true value, got him at 208, and has hidden development, dude. That's a big one, literally. Okay, going back to cornerback, like I said, a lot of length here with Julius Stark, 6'2", 200 pounds. Lacks discipline, though, but his key ratings look okay. Not the fastest in the world, but I feel like he can deal with this in the 7th round. Julius is going to come in 117 in true value, got him at 209. Normal dev, kind of slow. Maybe he's a guy we convert to safety. All right, what do the Bears do here? They go cornerback, Dylan Hood, who I looked at and didn't like, so I'm kind of glad they took a player that I didn't care about. Now, I do want to say I'm not going to be wasting any of my picks on kicker or punter or long snapper or anything. I'll actually look after the draft. I think I should be able to allow myself to sign them as undrafted undrafted free agents since we need to fill the squad. And I'll probably end up keeping these 3 the entire duration of the rebuild because I just cannot waste any of my valuable draft picks on kicker, punter, or long snapper. Okay, I feel like I have to take the fastest cornerback in the draft. He ran a 4.36 at his pro day. His skills don't look good, but like he's fast. Being that fast has got to mean something, right? Gonna come in 119 in true value. Does he have NFL speed? What are you talking about? He has 93 speed, so of course he does. Normal dev though, a little unfortunate, but he'll be a decent cornerback addition. Okay, at middle linebacker, I feel like Mitch Lofton's gonna have to be the pick. He's not gonna be good, but he's gonna have potential. We're gonna make the pick. He's gonna, okay, that's our worst pick so far, but does come in with hidden development. At least that's something to work with. Texans, they go with defensive tackle, who is honestly probably a beast. Now that I'm sitting here thinking, brother, I don't think I've taken a single offensive lineman. That's not a good strategy. Okay, Kendall Wolf looks like the best offensive lineman available by far. He's not going to be good. He's not going to be good at all, but I think he's the best option. And we got to get somebody out there to block for a quarterback. He's 243 in true value, but he does have hidden development, though. But that's pretty much the only good quality he's got. Maybe Lucas Matlock here will be half decent. I mean, there's not much to like about him. There's not much to like about any of the offensive linemen that are left in the draft at this point. He's going to come in. Oh, my God. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I want to forget I made that pick. Dude, Dakota might die next season. Wait a minute. Isaac Charles could be decent here. Has A awareness, A pass block. Not good discipline, though. One of the strongest centers in the draft. He's going to come in 251 in true value. So I think the worst we've done so far is at the offensive line position. It's been garbage. Eduardo Lopez has potential to be okay. He's not going to be amazing, but he has some decent ratings in there. Eduardo is going to come in 214 in true value. That's by far the best offensive lineman I think we've drafted up to this point. He doesn't have hidden dev or anything, but I will take it. And I do think I'm going to take one more offensive lineman here, and I think that's going to be this left tackle, Grayson Bortleson. Okay, that's just luck. He is going to have hidden dev, has some okay key ratings. His combine kind of sucked, but some B's in there. That's all we can ask for right now. Grayson, 242 in true value, so a little unfortunate. Plus, he looks like a toe. 3 more 7th round picks remaining for yours truly in our first draft to go. Joey Frazier, right tackle. Watch him have been like an 80 overall at this point. I still need DBs. Teron Groves, second fastest cornerback, and the first fastest quarterback ended up being half decent, even though his ratings suck. So we'll take a shot on Teron here, who again comes in at a decent rating, 124 in true value. Doesn't have hidden development. So I could guess when all said and done, just take a fast cornerback and at least he won't be terrible. I do need another receiver in Denzel Mullins that's going to have good development. Nothing else looks good about him though. Literally nothing at all. He's going to be the pick though. Hopefully, he can develop into a half-decent receiver. I mean, that's actually a lot better than what I thought. 130 in true value. Hidden dev, I guess beggars can't be choosers. Broncos and Eagles go guard and cornerback. So who is going to be Mr. Irrelevant in our first draft of the day? I probably should go edge right. Brett Bonds here. He's not going to be good. He's just not going to be good at all. We're going to 5.24 40-yard dash. My hip flexors barely even work, and I feel like I could run faster than that. He has 8 pursuit, though, and some C rating, so maybe, like, he's better than Helen Keller. Don't know what his rating was as we advance to our draft recap, and somehow Roger Goodell just popped up out of nowhere again. I mean, we simulated past the draft apparently, and Goodell is still here grinding. He's going to come in. Okay, well, what's happening? I can't click the button. All right, so after that fiasco, we have made it to our first and definitely not last draft recap of the day. We ended up, honest to God, that is not too terrible. Our offensive line is going to be the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But we had some gems in here, brother. Starting off with our defensive tackle, 75 overall. Our quarterback, Dakota Stein, is going to be a 66 rated. Maybe next draft we can get somebody better. But, like, we got 2 receivers over 70 overall. Got a cornerback that's a 70 and a starting running back that's a 70. I mean, like, we're not going to probably win more than a game or 2 next season. If that, we might actually be the first ever team to go 0-17. But I feel like this is a good base to start off with. Now, let's get to next week, because I do need to fill the roster out with undrafted free agents. Okay, there's a 79 overall rookie kicker. Glenn Emerson is just sitting here in free agency. Nobody drafted him. Don't mind if I do, brother. What else do we have? A 77 overall fullback. Earl Tyson, star development. Don't mind if I do, brother. About punter, we have nobody good. We have a 70 overall rookie, Chandler Carlson. Suppose he'll have to do. About long snapper, a 76 overall long snapper. Logan Harris, the only available free agent long snapper out there. Dude, being a long snapper swagged up like that is crazy. he might actually be the highest overall long snapper in the entire league. Hold on, I gotta go fact check that. Logan Harris is going to come in as the best long snapper in the entire league. That's crazy, dude. That's insane. I don't know how much long snapper actually helps you win in simulation, but I mean, it looks good at least. Dude, fullback is loaded. Got a 76 rookie fullback, 73 rookie fullback, and a 71 rookie fullback. I'm gonna sign all three of these guys and probably end up converting their position because, my God, dude, we need numbers. We do need a backup quarterback, and it looks like Darren McKee here is the best option. Hope to God he doesn't have to end up starting for us. We also only have one running back in the entire roster, so hopefully there's some decent rookies. Okay, there's a 70 overall Terrence Thomas and a 70 overall Javon Wooten. Oh, God, I need a backup tight end, too, and the best one available is Jonathan Escobar. Oh, his first season is going to be miserable. And I'm just going to sit here and just sign as much depth as possible, so at least we have somebody starting at every position. There's actually a 70 overall defensive tackle that fell through the cracks, brother. Don't mind if I do. Okay, there's a 65 overall middle linebacker, and we absolutely need middle linebacker depth. Don't have a will linebacker in the entire roster, so I think Zach Casper is going to have to do. And you best believe we're going to be signing all four of these rookie undrafted cornerbacks, and we'll find somewhere for him to play. Now, Earl Tyson, my brother, where can you play at for us? I've sat here and looked at every position, dude. He sucks at everything except fullback. So honestly, the other fullbacks that we signed might actually be kind of useless. Now, I understand if you're looking at this team wondering how on planet Earth we're ever going to win a Super Bowl. Well, once we make it to the new decade, our team is going to get a massive boost, but I'll explain more in detail once we get there. But for now, we somehow got to make do with this. Now, also doing a note that this was the only year that we're allowed to sign any undrafted free agents, just because we needed to fill up the roster a little bit. But I got to see if I can convert some of the cornerbacks into safety, because the guys we currently have starting are just absolutely not it. So it's not that much better, but hey, improvement is improvement with the team coming in as a 68 overall across the board. But you best believe this is going to be a journey, boys. We just got to really hope that our team can slowly but surely progress throughout the years, because if not, we are never winning the Super Bowl. So being completely honest with you guys, 2 wins is 2 more than what I thought we were going to have this season. Dude, who are the 2 teams that we beat? Because those coaches need to be fired. The Browns, of course, and the Ravens. Oh, the problem, dude, it just looks like we didn't hardly score any points this year. Like, so many games we scored in the single digits, and that really worries me for like the development of like our quarterback and skill position players. We had the NFL's dead last offense, and I'm assuming the worst defense too. Yep, slightly worse than the Cardinals. I mean, that's not too good, is it? Oh God, Dakota, 3,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 20 interceptions while being sacked 60 times. Oh God, dude, on the ground, Jordan Smiley, I'm definitely not smiling. Clark Buchanan, though, the offense's lone bright spot. About 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Hopefully it's good enough for him to win Rookie of the Year. Marco Andrews, I think our second best pick in the 7th round, ended up having a good year too. Oh my God, Grayson. He allowed 24 sacks. Defensively, we had Mitch Lofton with 164 tackles, which is insane, dude. 9 tackles for loss. He might have won Defensive Rookie of the Year. We ended up having Landon Ferguson, our big defensive tackle, 7.5 sacks on the season, so hopefully he can develop into an all-pro. Brett Bonds had 6 sacks. Kevin Goodson had 5.5. So, like, obviously the season was absolutely diabolical, but at least we did have ourselves a few bright points. Let me tell you guys right now, having somebody possibly win Rookie of the Year would be huge. AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Eric Rodriguez. We have Buchanan come in 5th. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Eli Clayton. So we unfortunately whiffed it both. Now, the most important thing here, I think we all knew the season was going to suck. How much did our team progress in their first season? Team is now up to a 73 overall with a 72 offense and 75 defense. A 5 overall bump throughout the year. I don't feel like it's too bad. Now, the quarterback, though, Dakota Stein, 72 rated. If this team ever has a chance at winning the Super Bowl, this guy is going to have to progress a lot faster than what he did this season. At least Jordan Smiley got up to a 74 overall. Not bad, not bad. Buchanan up to a 75 overall, which he'll probably take over as the team's #1 receiver next year. Titans up to a 72. I think what's really going to screw us is the development of the offensive line, because we still don't have anybody over 70. And defensively, we got Ferguson up to a 78, Carey up to a 76, and Jefferson, brother, the squad's first superstar. I don't know how, but he's already up to an 80 overall, so at least we got 1 superstar out of that first draft. So it's like, looking at the team, man, it might be best for us if in this upcoming draft we kind of focus on maybe the edge position, maybe try to get better safeties, and most importantly, trying to find ourselves 5 serviceable offensive linemen. So past the Super Bowl, we finally got our first bit of good news this entire video. As you move over to defense, what you'll notice is we have gained ourselves some superstars. I don't know how, but I'm not complaining. Lofton here, now a superstar. Kavan, now a superstar, although I don't really know what he did last year. I guess he was our starting Sam linebacker, all the way up to a 78 rated? He's got to be the 4th best Sam linebacker in the entire league already. I wonder if I could convert him to middle linebacker. I wonder if that's the move. Wait, what am I talking about? Shouldn't be, because we already have Mitch Lofton here who's a superstar. You know, let's be smart about this. Let's convert him to will linebacker. See, at least now he shows up as a starter. It looks better. But it is officially time for round 2, boys. Dude, it's so funny how much it lags. I don't know if it's because I have so many 7th round picks, but this thing lags so hard. And that is actually so funny. I didn't plan it that way. I acquired these picks at the start of the video. We ended up getting, what's that, the first 12 picks of the 7th round. I might actually go edge here. Calvin Cook. First of all, it's just a cool name. He's not going to have hidden development, but you never, ever see good edges fall to the 7th round, and he looks half decent. I mean, B finesse move, B tackle. I mean, it's going to be better what we currently have. Calvin Cook's going to be our first pick of the 2027 draft. Goodell's 2nd straight draft out here grinding. It's going to be 96 in true value. Got him at 193. And you guys don't even understand how big of a draft pick this was at the right edge position. Hopefully we can keep the vibes high here. We definitely need some offensive linemen. Off the rip, Donnie Hill here looks good. Shows good discipline. His combine's pretty decent, but look at this, brother. A awareness, A pass block finesse. He'll enter the NFL day 1 as the best pass blocking guard in the league. Make the pick without a shadow of a freaking doubt. He comes in, it's perfect. Hidden development 2. Guys, I feel like this actually might end up being our most important pick of this entire draft. Now, please tell me, though, he's not the only decent offensive lineman left. Kendall Zimmerman here looks mighty good. The strongest guard in the entire draft. Maybe not as good as the last guy that we drafted, but I feel like he's about to be head and shoulders better than anybody we drafted in the offensive line last year. Kendall's going to come in 64 in true value, so he is better than the last fella. And he also comes in with hidden development. Oh, I can't even begin to describe to you guys how massive these last 2 picks were, literally. So this has been one banger of a start here in the 7th round. Let's keep it rolling. Which I'm not going to lie, there was another offensive lineman I looked at that I kind of liked. Caleb Bedell here out of Ohio State. Another scheme fit for me. Okay, I didn't even notice, also shows good discipline. Another strong boy. I mean, a really good combination of strength and agility. He looks good. Definitely good enough for our offensive line. Caleb Bedell is going to be our 3rd consecutive offensive line pick and probably our last. 72 in true value. Got him at 196. Oh, boys, did we need this. So we need more receivers, and this Wilford guy looks okay. Doesn't look like a good wide receiver class, at least here in the 7th round. But he's going to be the pick. I don't know if he's going to be as good as our first 4 selection of the 1st round. Which, okay, that is actually so much better than what I thought. We are on fire right now. He is not going to have hidden development, but still, dude, a 93 speed, 96 change of direction. Like, he could be our kickoff return man. There's only 3 left edges left in the draft. But I'm not going to lie, Mike Coley doesn't look bad. He's not going to have hidden development or anything, but I think he'd be a lot better than any of the edges that we could have picked last year. And we need edge depth badly. We already got one decent one. We'll bring in Mike, who is going to be 153 in true value. Not a bad pick at all. Not hidden development. But still, I think he'd be better than what our starter was last year. Now, we do need a Sam linebacker now, since we just converted our Sam from last year over to Will linebacker. Connor Carpenter here. I mean, he's good for what it's worth. He's fast for a Sam linebacker anyway. I mean, he's not going to be incredible, but like, again, beggars can't be choosers. This guy has got to get tired eventually. 149 in true value. Another good value pick. No hidden development, but we can work with this. 90 acceleration for a big 6'2", 230 linebacker is solid. I do want to scour the market for another talented defensive tackle, because there's got to be one. And right off the rip, Ethan Austin, I think I can already tell he's the one. He is, okay, he's going to have hidden development. He repped the bench press 41 times at the combine. He looks good. So Ethan Austin, welcome to Tennessee, brother. He is going to come in as the 48th best player in the entire class. Hidden development, 94 strength. I mean, I don't know where he's going to play, but we'll find a spot for him. I mean, if we have to convert him to, I don't know, cornerback, we will. Now, I do need a backup quarterback, and none of them are good, but we still need one. I think I'm just going to go with Otis Taylor here out of Louisiana Tech. He's kind of fast, I guess. Okay, that's our worst draft pick of the entire day. It's not even close. Why'd I even do that? Maybe we can actually draft a natural free safety for once. I mean, mean, Corey Stanton by far had the best combine. He's still sitting here. I mean, B hit power. I mean, what else can you ask for from a free safety? 161 in true value, 89 speed, not bad at all. Maybe he can be our CTE provider. All right, for the first time in the 7th round, we don't pick, so I'm just curious to see what the Panthers do here. They go free safety, so it's a good thing we went Corey, because they very easily might have taken him. What about strong safety now? Like, is there anybody that's even worth it? Okay, Tracy Rhodes here, a little undersized, but he's a disciplined player, and he also had probably the best overall combine out of all the strong safeties. With nothing that looks bad, I'm actually kind of excited about this pick. He was the last guy on the board. Glad I even looked at him. Goodell, give me good news, brother. 142 in true value. I believe we just found ourselves our long-term starting strong safety coming in hidden development 91 speed. This is massive, despite me and him being the same height. Okay, Bobby here at wide receiver runs a 4.30 40-yard dash. I just got to take him based off of that. Even though everything else, like literally everything sucks. I mean, I gotta take him, right? Okay, so a little underwhelming. And a little surprised that a 4.3 40 only equates to 95 speed. But again, boys, beggars can't be choosers. I think I'm just gonna take this Jeff McAllister fella. He's 6'3". And last time we picked a 6'3 guy, ended up being half decent. Which outside of his height, nothing else really looks good. He's a good tackler. He actually is not good at all. But we do need to draft at least one cornerback in this class, and he's not horrible. Jonathan Diaz here actually looks pretty decent. A awareness, B catching. Never hurts to add yourself a backup tight end. 176 in true value. Normal development, but again, not a bad pick. Remember, like, there's probably no real stars at this point. I think I found them all, but we're trying to fill out the roster right now. Paul McLean here at left guard doesn't look horrible. Okay, definitely not as good as the other offensive lineman that we drafted, but 140 in the 7th round isn't horrible either. Normal development, but he'll do a job for us. Good depth. Oh god, we don't pick again until 4 selections. It went wide receiver, guard, running back, and D tackle. Probably could use middle linebacker depth. Maybe a little short, but I feel like JD Doyle's probably our best bet. Stinky value pick, but hidden development is always a W. I think I'm just going to go D tackle again for the heck of it. Like, this guy, a big boy, ran a 4.7 40-yard dash with the best vertical, broad jumping 3-cone out of all the pro days. I mean, he looks insane, dude. So Miguel Colon is going to be the pick. 92 in true value. Dude, this should show you right here in your own franchises. Never waste like a top 4 round pick on a freaking D tackle. Just wait until the 7th round. Oh, another instance where we have to wait. My God, how many picks is that? Like 5 until we pick again? Okay, so a bunch of cornerbacks just went off the board. You know what? Since I feel like I've scouted the rest of the draft as best as I could, there's nobody I really like left. I want to see what the CPU does. We have 3 more picks. I want to see what the CPU does with those. All right, here we have it, boys. Moment of truth. Okay, dude. What a start to the 7th round. As the first 5 players that we drafted, all 71 rated and above. 68 rated edge isn't bad to get in the 7th round, nor is it 68 rated Sam linebacker. That D tackle we got's a freaking 64 overall. Otis Taylor's probably going to get cut. These safeties are good. They'll go ahead and probably start for us this season. And what did the CPU do? Nothing great. They got a 68 rated running back, will probably be our 4th string, then 2 tackles that will probably get cut. But all in all, boys, when the goal was just to fill out the roster, I think we did an impeccable job, which there is going to be a lot of position converting that I have to do. So we got the offense complete now, and you boys best believe the interior of this offensive line looks beautiful, especially compared to last year. At this point, it's got to hope and pray that next year's draft class, we can land at least 2 more solid offensive linemen, let them play left and right tackle, and at that point, dudes, our offensive line should be completely set for hopefully this entire challenge. And again, when it comes down to the offense, man, we need Stein to progress, and I think at this point, he's probably going to be our quarterback, because we're not going to be able to find a quarterback higher than 72 rated in the 7th round. We really need one of these running backs to take over too, and I feel pretty confident in this wide receiver room. Moving on to defense, man, where it actually looks pretty good. I am going to let Rhodes start over this strong safety. I know Meander's like 6th overall higher than him. We're not going to win anything this year anyway, and I think this guy has a better long-term future. I just can't believe we actually have 3 superstars on defense, man. We've only drafted for a year and a half in the 7th round. So hopefully these 3 superstars can take over, man, and hopefully lead our defense to not dead last again. I feel like a realistic goal for this season is probably like 5 or 6 wins. So I guess when you get technical with it, we did double our win total from a year ago. And the funny thing is, we actually started off the season 2-1. We could have started the season off 3-0. When you consider just a year ago, we struggled to score double-digit points. I feel like this was a much better performance this season, despite only winning 4 games. Wouldn't be surprised, though, if we did finish dead last in the NFL again, which we did, but that's still a lot of improvement. And look at that, boys. Defensively, we actually finished in the top 20. Oh my God, brother. What a bit of improvement. Dakota Stein, 3,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, and actually threw single-digit interceptions while being sacked 12 less times. I'm actually going to go and check. He's already up to a 79 overall quarterback, and brother, I cannot tell you the last time I saw this much improvement from one season to the next. 15 more touchdowns, 11 less interceptions, and almost 1,000 more yards. So yeah, I know Dakota might not be an 80 rated quarterback just yet, but you best believe we have found ourselves our franchise quarterback, especially if he can continue to get better than this. And even though this looks rather grim, this is a much better season from our running back, Jordan Smiley, 862 yards, 3.3 yards per carry, and 7 touchdowns. Now, through the air, our first ever 1,000-yard receiver, Clark Buchanan, you crazy sexy boy. 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns, almost had 2 1,000-yard receivers. Denzel Mullins, not a bad year. Our tight end's doing half decent. And look at this. Bortleson actually kept his sacks allowed under 20. And defensively, we had Benjamin with 152 tackles, Mitch Lawton with 146. And for the first time, brother, we had ourselves a double-digit sack guy. Ethan Austin, crazy enough, converted from nose tackle to left edge, being 352 at left edge is just kind of crazy, I will admit, but hey, you can't deny the results. 11 sacks on the season. Our rookie Calvin Cook with 9, which might actually be good enough for him to win Rookie of the Year, which would be crazy. Landon Ferguson, 8.5 sacks. Our rookie Sam linebacker with 3.5. So I'm definitely liking the progression on the defensive side of things, boys. Obviously, nobody in the top 10 of the MVP race. I honestly feel like winning 4 games with our team should have got me Coach of the Year votes. Let's see. AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Tavares Gross. We did have Diaz. I think that's our backup tight end coming 10th. But AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ethan Austin. Let's go. We actually had number 1 and 2. I didn't know how I felt about converting him to left edge, dude, but I feel pretty validated right now. Which at the end of season number 2, our squad is all the way up to a 79 overall, 79 offense, 80 defense. And the scary thing is, dude, the team's just going to continue to get better and better. Any new superstars on defense? Ethan Austin is, and so is Rhodes. Why are we getting so many superstars on defense? Like, I'm not complaining, but my God, dude, spread the wealth and give us a superstar on offense for once. But again, I feel validated in starting this rookie over the strong safety. I had no idea that he was a superstar, but he's already a higher rated at 78. Ethan Austin already up to an 80. Benjamin up to an 82, a will linebacker. Lofton's close to an 80. And Jefferson, the team's highest rated player, all the way up to an 84. Oh, wait. Don't forget Ferguson, the first player that we drafted today, the highest rated player that we drafted today, also up to an 84. Which I'm telling you guys right now, with how the team is progressing, even though we've only won 6 games in 2 years, but with how young we are, with how the team is progressing, especially when you consider the big boost that we get come year 2030, it is totally not out of the question that this team will eventually win a Super Bowl. I feel like you guys are going to lose your freaking minds when we reveal the big boost. But hey, brother, it's not out of the question that we win the Super Bowl before then. Now time to simulate the offseason to see if we actually can gain some superstars on offense for once. And we didn't, unfortunately. But I do suppose the good news is that we didn't lose any on defense. I mean, going into the next season as a 79 overall actually has me a little confident for once. But next up, our final NFL draft with 1 million picks. Why does 7 of the 7th round always make me feel like my Xbox is gonna explode? Now remember, fellas, following this draft, we're limited to 5 7th round selections per year, so we have absolutely got to make this draft count. And remember, fellas, what I want to look for immediately is offensive linemen, which off the rip, first guy on the board at right guard, Gabe Vargas, shows good discipline. He had a pretty decent combine. But look at these ratings, boys. B pass block, A pass block power, A pass block finesse, a terrible run blocker, but hopefully will keep my quarterback from getting sacked. Gabe Vargas hopefully will be my long-term starting right tackle. Goodell, dude, like, retire. Like, you gotta quit, man. Like, you're too old for this. 37 in true value. Not necessarily a first-round caliber player, but, dude, you best believe I will take a second-round caliber player here in the 7th round. Hidden development, 85 strength, another absolute banger of a 7th round draft pick. Now, there was one more offensive lineman that I was looking at, which that was Mr. Jordan Irons here out of Louisville. 6'7". Another player that's come in with hidden development. Oh my God, brother. He is the fastest guard, the strongest guard. Holy crap, dude. Nothing but B's with an A sprinkled in there. Jordan Irons could absolutely be our long-term starting left tackle, especially with him being 6'7". He is going to be the pick. Roger, come on now. Give me some good news. He's going to come in, 76 in true value. That's still good. What am I oohing at? Still good, not like the last pick though, but still really good. He played college basketball for 2 years. Hidden development with 91 strength, 71 speed at 344. It's just crazy. So hopefully Jordan Irons can come in and hopefully protect our quarterback's blind side. So I take another guard just to play it safe. Jason Barnes here has some good key ratings. He's the fastest right guard and probably the most athletic. I think he's going to be worth the selection to make sure that we have 5 solid starters alongside the offensive line. Okay, a decent value pick, normal development. It'll be good depth. Now I'm still looking for a backup quarterback, and this is the first QB I've seen since our guy that we drafted is actually a day 3 talent. Actually has some good accuracy ratings thrown in there. He's definitely not going to start for us, but I've been dying to get a decent backup. He's going to come in 183 in true value. Got him at 196. No hidden development or anything, but 93 strength. Got a good arm. Okay, the Saints pick, and they go defensive end. Quentin Watkins. I hope he wasn't a stud. Okay, got Oscar Cardona here, the fastest middle linebacker in the entire draft, who we're going to take, who is okay. 86 speed. We'll find a spot for him on special teams. Darius Atkinson here, potentially goodwill linebacker depth. Had A-zone coverage. Okay, that's a worst pick yet. Who's the fastest wide receiver left? Okay, we got Kyrie Lewis here at the 4.39 40. I'm not doing it. I'm just not. He sucks. Got the fastest running back. Got Niles Alford here, 4.32 40. He looks pretty good, to be honest with you. I was going to draft a running back, but my God, dude. The strongest, the fastest, the best broad jump, and he has some pretty good skills in there. A ball carrier vision, A break tackle. Did we just find ourselves a gym accidentally? He's 6'1", 221 and runs a 4.32 40. That is insane, Niles. I totally wasn't going to draft a running back, but I can't pass up on this guy. How has he not got drafted at this point? Niles Alford is going to be the selection. And I feel like this might be one of our better picks of the draft so far. Give me some good news, buddy. 38 in true value. Not as good as that guard from earlier, but we got him at 200, brother. He has 95 speed, 84 strength, hidden development. Niles might be our long-term starter at running back, boys. There's just no way I'm going to be able to follow that pickup at this point. Like, everybody in this draft sucks. There's a strong edge here. Jorge Castillo, 38 reps of the bench press. He lacks discipline. I mean, he got some B's in there, so I guess he's worth a shot. He sucks. I actually thought he was going to be a gem of a pick. I mean, I guess he does have a good number at least. Locker room guy. 2 picks in between. They go edge and left tackle. I'm not going to lie, the Adrian fella, I was thinking about taking him. Now, I am interested here. Juan Cabrera out of Minnesota, 6'3", was projected to go anywhere from the 3rd to 4th round. He's still sitting here. Outside of lacking discipline, he's got some pretty good player notes. The strongest wide receiver, although he's not the fastest, he had really good notes, but these ratings suck. And I guess, like, who else am I going to pick is worth a shot, I suppose. He's going to come in 210 in true value. Got him at 204. He's probably going to get cut. Might have found myself another gem of a cornerback here. Shows good discipline. He's 6'3" again. We've had a lot of good luck with the very, very tall, lengthy cornerbacks today. Nothing real too crazy at the combine, though. Some good ratings overall. Like, nothing crazy. His zone coverage sucks. Good tackler. Good block shedder at 6'3" cornerback. I guess he's worth the pick. Going to come in 150 in true value. Hidden development, not bad. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I don't even know what to take at this point. Gilbert Jones here, good disciplined player. Mid-combine, I don't think he's good. Even though this guy lacks discipline, I'm going to take Lamar instead. We do need offensive tackle depth. And he's 213. Okay, Adrian Soriano off the rip doesn't look bad. He lacks discipline. I mean, good combine. Has some C's in there, so he's going to be the pick, which we do need offensive line. That's the worst pick so far. Okay, to be honest, I think he lied about his age, too. So we're kind of on a stinker run right now, boys. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Now, Roman Ragland here had a really good overall combine at the right edge position. Has some C's in there. Bad block shedding. I mean, at this point in the draft, he's worth the pick. 164 in true value. Normal dev, not bad. Carlos Temple here looks like the only wide receiver with any bit of value left. He's the strongest, and for all I know, he sucks, but he's got good catching, good spec catch. He's a terrible route runner, so maybe he could be our Hail Mary guy. 176 in true value. Normal development, not horrible. 90 jumping, like I said, he could be a Hail Mary guy. You can never go wrong with the strongest defensive tackle left. 109 in true value. I do have to say, though, there's a very, very good chance this guy lied about his age. There's just no planet where he's 22 years old. I'm not going to lie, boys. I've kind of had a stinker second half of this 7th round. I haven't really hit on anybody since that potential generational running back. I'm gonna leave it up to the CPU here, see what they have to say. I have to say, our first 2 picks were absolute bangers. Gabe Vargas here, I think he's tied for our highest rated player drafted yet. Then some mid selections back to back until we drafted Niles Alford, who also ties for the highest rated player we've drafted so far. 75 overall, 95 speed, 91 excel, 84 strength, 86 carrying. Dude, I might actually start him. And after that, it was just a lot of mid, not gonna lie. I got the 70 rated defensive tackle, who I think is the lowest rated defensive tackle we drafted yet. And I'm not gonna lie, either the CPU kind of did a bad job too. So boys, our offensive line, better than ever. Yeah, I feel bad for Smiley because he's got a lot better the last 2 years, but at the same time, we just drafted ourselves a potential superstar running back. Hopefully this is the right decision, but he's going to start for us. Moving on to defense, nothing's really changed. We still got friggin', what, 5 superstars? So coming in as a 79 overall, young squad, I do think there's a chance we do well enough this year to maybe squeak out a wildcard spot. Watch here, the first time I'm actually slightly optimistic, we end up going 0-17. Okay, so no winless season or anything, but still no playoff berth. We've gotten 2 wins better every season, so if we can stay on the same pace for the next 4 seasons or so, maybe we'll eventually go 17-0. We actually played pretty well the first half of the season, boys. We had our 6 wins by week 10, and we finished off the season with an absolute stinker, dropping all 7 of our last games. I will take it as progress, though, if for the first time today, we did not finish with the NFL's worst offense, and we got worse, I think. Defensively, we got worse, too! Not as good of a season from Dakota, unfortunately. 24 tutties, 15 picks. 43 is the least amount of times he's been sacked, though, so we take that as a lone positive. On the ground, the rookie Niles Alford, although it's not incredible or anything, that's about the same as what the backup was producing, so all things considered, not horrible for him. Now, Clark Buchanan, dude, what a stud. 14 touchdowns, 1,200 yards, has head and shoulders developed into a better wide receiver than Marco Andrews here. I think that's the best every year we've seen from this tight end. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have put this Jordan Ironsville at left tackle. Giving up 20 sacks is gross. Now, defensively, we had our strong safety lead us in tackles, which is just strange. We had Landon Ferguson lead us with 10.5 sacks. Ethan Austin went a little bit backwards. Okay, apparently all of our sacks went to our defensive tackles. A weird season. A really weird season from our defense. Still feel like I should have Coach of the Year votes, dude. Yo, and would you look at this, brother? For the first time today, we have a former 7th round selection getting Offensive Player of the Year votes, which here at the end of the season, the team rounds off as an 83 overall squad with an 83 offense and 85 defense. And hold on a second, dude. How in the world is Niles Alford a superstar? I'm so confused at how he made it to the 7th round. And some big progression defensively, boys. Lofton, our middle linebacker, up to an 80. Jefferson and Ferguson still ties the team's highest rated players at an 87. Austin in his 2nd year up to an 86 overall. And unfortunately, Benjamin, he didn't go up at all in overall this season because he barely even played. So I'm kind of worried he's actually going to lose out on a superstar, which hopefully that doesn't happen here. Okay, the good news, boys. We have gained our first superstar on offense. Buchanan, well-deserved, 85 rated. Our best player on offense currently. And defensively, okay, we didn't lose anything. Good. Now, the draft here is going to feel a whole lot different as we only have 5 picks. But just like at this point in the video, I feel like I probably should just go best player available, which is going to be hard deciphering. Maybe he's wide receiver here. Like, he's nothing special, as I really don't see anybody special at this point. He does lack discipline, but he has some good player notes. Not the best combine in the world. He's just tall. I got a good feeling, though. He is going to come in. Okay, honest to God, didn't have that much of a good feeling. Reed O'Neal, 77 in true value, normal dev, so he's probably not going to be like a massive playmaker for us or anything, but that's still incredible value here with the 7th pick in the 2nd round, which let's see if we can follow that up with another banger. I mean, you already know I'm going to look for the best offensive lineman left, which I'm not going to lie, dude. They all look extremely mid. I mean, Medlock's probably the best one. I don't even know if he's worth taking, though. I mean, he's good pass blocking, good awareness. It's like, who else am I going to take? 158 in true value, normal development, so he's just going to be a depth piece. What sucks is like 3 of my 5 picks were in the 2nd half of the 7th round, so pretty much everybody that was worth taking probably already got selected. Wait a minute, I'm going to take this middle linebacker just based purely on vibes. 124 in value, normal dev, 88 speed middle linebacker, solid. I think I'm going to go with another Sam linebacker, who's alright. There's just no way there's anybody good left at 221. You know what, I'm just going to literally take the fastest player left in the draft, which is his wide receiver, Trevor Williams, with a 4.26 40-yard dash. I can rep 225 more than him, but I definitely can't run a 4.3 40. I mean, I run routes about like him. My God, dude, he has pretty much everything. I catch better than him. But he's still going to be the pick because he can run in a straight line pretty fast, and he's just not good. See, like 95 speed, I feel like is low for somebody that ran a 4.26 40. You're worthless, Trevor. Yeah, outside of that wide receiver pick, boys, definitely not my best performance. Which, looking back, there wasn't a lot of talent I missed out on. There was a 70 overall edge that would have been nice, but outside of that, dude, I'm not too mad. At least I didn't take a 59 rated tight end. So we start this next season as an 83 overall squad with an 83 offense and 85 defense. I don't know what it is, boys, but I do have really, really good vibes about this season. I just know, at least for the fact, this should be the first year where we don't finish with a dead last offense. I mean, if we continue the same pattern as the first 3 seasons, we should at least get to 8 wins this year. I just really hope for the first time we can at least sniff a playoff spot. Brother, how did we get worse? I've got to do some investigating, man, because there's just no way we got worse from last year. So we got to week 10 again with 5 wins, and for the second straight year, we literally went 2 months without winning. Like, what the frick is going on, man? And it's like a lot of these are really close losses too, so like we very easily could have won the 8 games that we projected, but I do not like the fact that we're going backwards. Hey, at least if any of my predictions went right, we didn't finish with the worst offense again. Defensively, I think that's the same exact finish as last year. Dakota, at least better than a year ago, but still not as good as this year 2 performance. On the ground, Niles is a little bit better. At least Clark Buchanan, again, is the lone bright spot in this team. 1,342 yards, 14 tutties. Andrews, good year. Mullins, decent year. So did the tight end. Hey, at least Jordan Irons did his job and didn't give up 20 sacks again. Okay, Benjamin leading us in tackles again. Tracy Roden second. Why is J.D. Doyle, our backup middle linebacker, getting more playing time than our starter? It's a weird game. Ethan Austin again, at least got us our double-digit sacks. Ferguson, good year. Kevin Goodson broke out with 8 sacks. Tavares Hales, another good year. But dude, with our quarterback up to an 84 rated, Alfred up to an 83. I mean, our offensive line basically is all 80 overalls. I mean, the team's up to an 85 offense, 87 defense. Like, I know you're a bunch of 7th round picks, but you gotta stop playing like it. I mean, an 85 overall team should be winning more than 5 games, dude. We should be making the playoffs. So half decent news following the catastrophic season. We now have our first X Factor of the entire day. Casey Buchanan, man, like I said, the lone bright spot in this entire team. 87 rated X Factor, and you best believe he's going to continue to get better and better. Did we so happen to gain an X Factor on defense? Okay, we actually did. Mr. Rhodes over here. I made a big decision starting him as a rookie over Meander, who's turned out to be quite the beast. But again, boys, I feel extremely validated as he's now our first X Factor on defense. But more extremely good news, boys, as this is the final draft before we finally get ourselves the massive boost I've been hitting towards. Hold on a freaking second here. Terrence Bennett at the top of the 7th round. One of the fastest D tackles while also repping the bench press 41 times at the combine. Combine that with the best 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle. This, honest to God, might be the best prospect we have seen fall to the 7th round. I would not be surprised if this ends up being the highest overall player that we've drafted yet, and you best believe my morale needs it. Terrence Bennett, I mean, he looks incredible, dude. How he fell here, I don't know. But typically when you see a lineman in this game bench 225 40 times, they turn out to be generational. So don't let me down here, Terrence. Roger Goodell, 6 years into the future, apparently hasn't had a heart attack yet. Dude, we're happy. We are so happy. And Terrence is going to officially come in as the 2nd best player in the entire draft, dude. That is the morale boost that we needed. The problem is, I don't know where he's going to play, but you best believe he's going to get some playing time, maybe even over somebody that's higher rated than him. Because, like, with him being such a high rated player, dude, he's got to be like a superstar. But again, dude, like, that was a great pick, but there's just no way I can follow that up. I mean, his corner's okay, but, like, right after you draft the 2nd best player in the entire draft with the 1st pick in the 7th round, you just can't really get too excited about this. And the rest of that draft, boys, I put up a stinker of all stinkers. But the good news is Terrence Bennett comes in as a 78 overall. Now, again, the problem with this is that there's some good D tackles ahead of him. I mean, he's got 280-something ratings above him. But what we're going to do, boys, is actually put him as our defensive tackle too, because with him being that high rated, he's got to be a superstar. He's got to. So he's got to get some playing time. But it is officially time, my friends. The massive boost that we get here might be a little controversial, but we're going to be taking every single player that we've drafted today and resetting their age, so they at least get an extra 4 years in their career since Madden makes them retire so early. And in exchange, I'm going to be sacrificing 4 of my 7th round picks for the next 4 years, giving me only 1 pick every draft. Which I feel like that's a fair trade-off, because that's going to give every single one of the players that we've drafted today an extra 3, maybe 4 years to play in the NFL, which will hopefully give me some extra time to hopefully win a Super Bowl. But it's up to you, my friends. I mean, you're an 86 overall team at this point, for crying out loud. So can we please, dear God, not screw things up again this season and lose every game for the last 2 months? So I decided to pause here in week 10, and guess what? The 3rd consecutive season where we have 5 wins by week 10. But can this please be the first time in those 3 seasons where we win more than 2 games in the last 2 months? Oh, come on, please, brother. Let's finally, here in 2030, get our first playoff berth of the day. 10-7. Did we miss the playoffs? We missed the playoffs at 10-7. Are you kidding me? It took us 6 seasons. We finally get double-digit wins, and we just completely miss out on the playoffs. It's like, I'm happy we doubled last season's win total, but like at the same time, how disappointing is that? And hold on, it gets worse though. I just saw something. It gets even worse. We went on a 5-game winning streak before losing the last 2. 2 straight losses by 4 points each. If we just win one of these games, man, we're in the freaking playoffs. At least the good news, my friends. Our offense took an extraordinary leap forward, as did our defense, finishing top 5 in the National Football League. Dakota, my guy. 4,100 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 13 picks. This might be the first time today we have a former 7th round pick finish top 10 in MVP voting. With this season, the guy's up to an 88 rated, and maybe those are the numbers it takes for him finally, for the first time in his career, to go from normal to star development. Maybe he'll skip star and jump up straight to superstar. I mean, maybe he even won MVP. I don't know. On the ground, oh my God, dude. It took us 5 seasons, but we finally got ourselves our first 1,000-yard rusher. Although 4 yards per carry, that's still not good, but brother, we will take it with the abysmal seasons we've had on the ground up to this point. Clark Buchanan is an all-time legend, brother. 103 grabs, 1,600 yards, and 22 touchdowns. This might be your Offensive Player of the Year this season. And at the same time, don't let it overshadow Marco Andrews' best season alongside Denzel Mullins. And Jordan Irons continues to slowly but surely get better every season. Only allowed 17 sacks this time around. Now defensively, Tracy Rhodes less than total tackles. And would you look at this? Unexpected hero Kevin Goodson. That's the most sacks I think we've ever had somebody have in a season. Good season from Landon Ferguson. I will say a little disappointing from Terrence Bennett, the rookie. I wonder, his depth trait, it's still hidden because he didn't even play enough. I'm just going to cheat and check. Is that a bad thing? He is a superstar. I told you. But who knows? Maybe he'll break out next season. Let's see. Do we have our first ever MVP? No, we didn't. He barely even came in the top 10. Everybody that didn't vote me for Coach of the Year needs to be arrested by the United States government. That's a fact. Offensive Player of the Year. For the first time today, we have ourselves a former 7th round pick, dude. Clark Buchanan, he's going down as a chain of legend. And Goodson, too, dude. Top 5 Defensive Player of the Year votes. So, unfortunately, no movement whatsoever this offseason on the dev trait front. Actually, hold on. Carpenter. I think that's our Sam linebacker. He's an X factor. I guess we take it. Although I don't know why Sam linebacker doesn't show up as a starting position in the lineup screen. But hey, brother, here's your shout out. It's just like, what is it going to take for Mr. Stein here to ever go up to star? I mean, he's one of the 2 starters on offense, not to have star development, which is kind of a disgrace. But hey, at least now, every single one of our starting offensive linemen are 80 overall or above. And they should continue to slowly and surely get better, as this entire team should, as we're now up to an 89 overall, 89 offense, 91 defense. Now time for my singular 7th round pick. I know we don't necessarily need offensive line, but this guy's name is Trip Lewis, dude. He just sounds like the perfect offensive lineman. And he also looks extremely good, too. I mean, like, when you're almost the fastest guard at the combine plus the strongest, like, that's a pretty good combination, as we've seen today. Yeah, this is about to be another beast. Trip Lewis, he's about to be a first-round talent. Dude, you're gonna die eventually, Roger. Like, calm it down. 49 in true value, a second-round talent yet again landed here in the 7th round, which means he officially comes in as a 74 overall. Unfortunately, he's just gonna be a backup, though. Like, come on, boys. This has got to be the team that finally gets over the hump. It has been, what, 6, maybe 7 years, didn't do that on purpose, that we have yet to make the playoffs. This has got to be the season. If not, I'm a crying. Oh my God, dude. Literally, the 4th time in 4 seasons, we have made it to week 10 with 5 wins. But I gotta say right now, boys, I'm kind of scared, because the last 3 times we made it to this point in the season with 5 wins, didn't make the playoffs once. Oh my God, we did it. Oh, it's been 4 hours. It's been 4 hours and 5 minutes of my life, but we have finally brought a team of 7th round draft picks to the playoffs. Although, it's a win less than a year ago, but screw it. Don't care at all. And 9-8 on the season. Again, I don't like to get worse, but we're in the playoffs. And right now, fellas, that is all that matters. We made it as the 5 seed when we couldn't make it as a 7 seed a year ago with more wins, but that's neither here nor there. What are the odds, though? What are the odds? Our first year we make the playoffs here in 2031, we end up going all the way and winning the whole goddamn thing. I mean, we finished with our best offense ever. Defensively, I'm assuming we got worse. I think somebody told me when it's invisible, it means we finished with the same defense and we did offense. And wow, that person was actually right. How does that happen? Why? Just because you finished with the same offense and defense is invisible? That doesn't make any sense. But hey, fellas, a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense. That's a good combination. Another solid season from Dakota, although we got sacked like 10 more times than a year ago, which doesn't make sense. We had a better offensive line. Best season we've seen from a running back, though. And he should get better, dude. Niles, at this point, like I said, he's only 24 years old, 89 rated, should get better and better from here. As Clark does every year, 1,600 yards, 18 touchdowns. Best season we've seen from Denzel Mullins. Best season we've seen from the tight end, too. Oh, dude, our tackles with a stinker, brother. Both of them allowing double-digit sacks. Jordan Irons sucked. Tracy Rhodes, our strong safety, leads us in total tackles. We had Landon Ferguson, 12.5 sacks. Goodson, dude, is turning into a good boy. Back-to-back Offensive Player of the Year awards. Let's go, Clark. But now, all that matters, my friends, is the playoffs. We had to have played the Texans twice this season, which we won away from home in week 2 by 6 points. That's a good sign. We lost at home by 3. But since we're playing away here, hopefully that's a good sign, since we already beat them in Houston once this season. Hopefully, we end up winning our first ever playoff game to advance into the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. We do. It's a massive dub. Oh, holy crap, dude. That got me excited. We win by 30 points, 37-7. I am hoping it's a good sign. We were playing our best football at the perfect time. CJ Stroud, disaster class. Dakota Stein, master class. Only sacked CJ 8 times. That is insane. Good game from the old running back. Good game from Clark Buchanan. Brother, we went crazy. And it wasn't even just one guy either, and you love to see it, man. Spreading the wealth. I love to see it. All we have to do now to advance into the conference championship game is beat our second consecutive division rival, which again, we had to have played them in the regular season, which hopefully we beat them at home, but we lost to them week 1 away from home. I don't like it. Don't like it at all, because if I'm not mistaken, oh, we get this game at home. Okay. It's a good sign, because we already beat them in Nashville. Can we take down the Jags here and bring a team of nothing but 7th round picks to the conference championship game? Boom! Back-to-back huge blowouts. 33-14. That is 6 interceptions and 12 sacks we have caused for the first 2 weeks. And now, my friends, it all comes down to this. Who better to beat here to advance into our first ever Super Bowl than our former head coach and Diana Rossini's lover? Oh, God, I'm just going to send it right through, dude. Are we really about to make this Super Bowl? First try of asking as a 9-8 team. Oh, my God, it's about time, boys. It is the year of the 9-8 squad. Your 9-8 team of 7th round picks against the 9-8 Dallas Cowboys for potential history. 22-10, dude. No team has really been close to beating us. I love it, dude. Our defense held them under 200 yards, although Dakota Stein with the stinker. But our defense, man, has carried this team to this point. We need them to carry us a little bit further. One more win, boys. One more freaking win, and we have done the impossible. We win this game, and we make Madden history by becoming the first ever human being to win a Super Bowl with a team of only 7th round picks. Come on, a 4th straight blowout, please. It's 7-3. Trying to keep an even keel here. 14-6. Come on. pulled him out of the end zone for one more quarter. 21-6. It is looking good, boys. It's still a one-possession game, though. Don't like it at all. Don't like it at all. Don't like it one bit. Now I do. 21-13. We have done it. We have made Madden history. So yes, my friends, it is possible to win the Super Bowl only drafting 7th round picks. Now, if you're still enjoying these ridiculous Madden challenges, you can click right here to watch another one.